So, for thy pleasure they exist. Well, another word for that is thy ecstasy. This is stunningly hot stuff in the Fiveville. And thy happiness. Okay, everything exists for thy pleasure, thy ecstasy, thy happiness. These are all fives. It's just overwhelming how perfect this is, though. Look at all the fives there. 25, 25, 25, 20. And then amazingly, again, like again of the upteenth time, the letters that do not, I repeat, do not divide by 5 add perfectly to 50, which is joy, in green underline. Furthermore, that's symmetrical. This is crazy how everything is for God's ecstasy. Okay, so the SA are 20 points. This is now the famous title of God, us, at the center of ecstasy, you, us, going backwards. It's symmetry like this. Okay, so there's 20 wrapping this central 20, and then this is 30 in a triangle. Like, you gotta be kidding me. So the average value of each of these 5 letters is 10 points perfectly. To add to 50 in the 5 letters that do not divide by 5. Isn't that just overwhelmingly perfect? So 3 letters in a perfect triangle, okay, that add to 30. So the average value of each letter is 10. 2 letters that add to 20, altogether 50 points in 5 letters, joy. And then you have the 5 letters left over in symmetry, which are all divide by 5. 25, 25, 20 plus 5, and another 20. So we say thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory. Everything is for thy pleasure. And God is sovereign over all the other words that exist, so everything is for thy ecstasy. Very exceptional, because you get these Y's on the end, TE at the front. And then the obvious follow-up, everything is for thy happiness. This also divides by 5. I know that this is joy. This is double 25 here, right at the front. And then I know this is going to knit up with that, because I have that memorized. This divides by 5, this divides by 5. So here's another joy. This is stupefying. Here's joy, the root, 50. Then here's the famous word yet, composed of the 3 5s, which is another 50, so we're sitting at 100. And then you have 33 plus 27, another 60. Amazing. So thy ecstasy was 50, 50, and 45. So this was 145. This is 160. Thy pleasure was 150. If you were to say thy treasure, then that would be 10 points higher than thy pleasure. So thy treasure would equal thy happiness. It's very glaring. The more you look, the more you see. Cool thing about the word happiness is there's 5s also at the dead center of this sucker. Just like that. So you can almost always get symmetry on all this. There's 60 points in there, and you could link all these guys together to make a cluster there.